The Papua chapters emphasise the enclave nature of development in Papua, the extreme inequality both between regions within Papua and also between ethnic groups, and the isolation of the economy from the national and global economy. In that regard, even though in particular Papua has particular challenges which are discussed in the Papua chapters of the book. The fifth question is how have population mobility kick out governments they don't like. So there is that sort of democratic freedom. And of course Indonesia is not the only country which has problems at local government level. In fact, it's a worldwide phenomenon. But the conclusion from the book, from the chapters, is that over time, if some of these local governance quality issues aren't addressed, over time, conclusion 1 and conclusion 2 could come into conflict. And so that, in a way, is the worry that unless the reforms, in a sense, the process of reform of the initial reforms is continued, Indonesia may face some more serious challenges.
But the majority of provinces is a situation of change. So the bottom right-hand corner, these were provinces which had slower than average poverty reduction before, that are now seeing faster than average. But there are also those urban situations of change advocacy. Notably, Jakarta and Bali here, where you see faster than average reduction before, recognizing and slower. And this weak relationship continued after recognizing. So what does all of this mean? We see continued convergence, but we see a number of changes in terms of the other poverty patterns. What does it mean to relative poverty rankings? Next relative position, again, one means you're at a national average in terms of your poverty rate, less than one you're less poor, more than one you're more poor, and then we've plotted that against where your poverty is relative, your Kalimantan, and only one that sort of significantly changed its ranking, which is, for obvious reasons, unchanged. Moreover, this recent slowing pace of poverty reduction may well be set to continue into the future. So this is one thing I sort of wanted to highlight. Here we're looking again, we're seeing this convergence. You've got this initial poverty rate now, I've used 2010, and then we've got the annual reduction. The final thing I'd like to end on, perhaps slightly more optimistic, just to show one of the results from the district level analysis we did. And one of the questions we looked at was, does Pemekaran have an effect on district level outcomes? And what we did is we did district level regression, which included a number of controls. Your initial poverty rate for convergence. We looked at your economic growth, but we also looked at local government revenues and also economic reduction.
It has been 30 years in the making. We're exploring open natural resources and land use application as involved local governments. The chapter talks about how has the centralization of natural resources and land allocation in progress, and those practices that address local conditions and needs. However, since the very beginning, there has been uncertainty in the legal frameworks. Local governments have almost always returned to regulations that were beneficial to them, as they have implemented them. There has been emphasis on local general revenue and local livelihood. There's the issue of daerah versus local capacity. There has been risk retention and coherence in decisions. And also our policy for the greenhouse gas emission target, which is 26% and 41%. The environmental law, the interest on monitoring forests and conservation. Kota Palangkaraya, for instance, is actually a kawasan hutan. That is very clear. A lot of lands that have been that people have lived in for so many years are also kawasan hutan. There has to be a reconcile between Pirihaka and the spatial plan. On the other hand, there's pressure. Okay, so of the kawasan hutan, in the regions.
And Nasdem, I think we should give some credits because Nasdem is new party, but they were able to win in Bengkulu, which is the hometown of the Secretary General of the party, Patricio Capella. So somehow it shows that this new party has some roots in the society, at least in the Bengkulu province. So in terms of seats, we actually now have 10 parties in the DPR.
For whoever later on was going to lead, really take this into account, because I think Indonesia fought very hard to establish a very strong record on macroeconomic stability. Now the difficult part is actually how you push the import of micro fiscal reforms. Where to start? We can discuss about that, but I think at least there are several motivations that should